What up, what up, what up, everybody?
What's up,
Welcome
everybody?
back to another
Welcome back.
episode of Throwing Salt
Welcome back.
Podcast. And I'm back.
Yeah, so, just like in like fashion, how was everybody's week? I mean, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. And so, another week. God is good.
Always
we're grateful. And we want everybody to feel safe and ready to come into the pod with us.
Safe place. It's a safe place. It's a safe place. Well, safe space.
Yeah, in real life, it has to be because this is where we want really God to pull up a seat.
You know it.
So, He can't be out here, pulling up a seat if we talking about something that ain't got his name on it.
You know it.
So, I don't see Jesus with a do-rag smoking. And so, he won't meaning to say, it has to be a safe
Jesus
space.
is my homeboy.
Is he anything to you?
He's the homie. He's the love black.
See? Wayward minds.
Yeah. Well,
Wayward minds.
come on, you gotta live a little.
Live a little.
But life is great.
Okay.
It's almost, well, it is spring and it's kicking my butt.
Oh, yeah. No.
These
yeah.
allergies are real.
Oh, no. It's a different type of allergy.
Like, what is it?
I don't know.
The pollen looks like powder.
Listen, I thought I could have done little LeBron James joint outside. Whatever
Hey,
you do,
dude, I'm not like. I went outside instantly. Everything just got tight on my face. I'm like, yo, I'm going back in the house. Get my mask. 3 years ago, COVID. I'm talking about first round COVID.
Yo,
Shoot.
that thing got my son out here. So mind you,
Man.
he's never, not that I know of, he's never suffered from allergies. But this year, he's just, it's like, mommy, my ear,
No.
like eyes swollen.
It's real. Because usually it'd be my wife. She's
She's an allergy sufferer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's Sarah.
Oh.
She's like, I'm like, this. Put your hands up. Turn your head and cough. Dog, I'm thinking it's the cold. I don't know what it is. And then I'm out this joint like, I ain't lying, dog. I was like, somebody help me.
Thinking you need ASL.
Bruh.
Like, what are you doing,
Bruh,
man?
I went to see this. I said, give me whatever you have. I'm trying to
Everything on the
everything
shelf.
on the line.
Because I don't know what is out here in these
I don't
streets.
know what it is.
Out here doing something chemical out here.
Man, what? I mean,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Like
It is. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh! But then
I don't know what kind of trees out here now.
It's the
I don't
trees.
know.
I think it's the trees in the grass.
No,
Man,
I don't know.
It's been bothering me, but the Lord is faithful.
Is he faithful?
He
I love
really
it.
is. He is, man. Because
It's almost like yellow rain. I was like, what is this?
dude, and it's like you don't see. No, you see it when you see a gust of wind. You just see all the particles up in the air, and it's like a sand is in my eye. Like, is that sand? Like, yeah, I thought it was
slush,
sand. It's
slush.
slush. That's slush right there. It's like nah. But man, it's great.
Yeah.
How you been though?
I'm out here living. You know
Out
what
here
I'm saying?
living, out here
Day by day.
Day by
Why
day.
people always gotta say that. Out here day by day. So I always gotta say what my dad said. If it get any better, I gotta get concerned. I never knew.
It's the oldest thing.
It's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? If it get any better, I gotta get concerned. I'm like, did he not promise you good days?
Oh my God!
If it get any better than
I
this,
gotta get concerned.
I gotta
get concerned if it get any better.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to get better.
Listen,
I'm gonna have to talk to him about that when I
I
say
know,
it.
we gotta
if it get any better.
I know. I be saying it now. I'm like,
one thing they used to give me, we used to always say, somebody be like, hey man, you got trouble. I ain't nowhere today, boss.
I ain't nowhere today,
I ain't nowhere today,
Oh
boss.
yeah, nah. Anybody that come up and asking back in the day for money, nah, I ain't nowhere today,
I ain't
boss.
nowhere today,
What does that
boss.
mean? That's like that's 70s, like 70s, 80s. Like that's like, I don't know.
Nowhere today, boss.
Well, this is
I just give them a general no.
like, nah, no, I don't have it.
Yeah,
I ain't nowhere today, boss.
I ain't nowhere today,
Nowhere
boss.
today.
Don't you hate when people like, you know what?
Right.
Hey, if I had it. Like,
And they got the fakes like feel sad. Yeah. Like we went to the commissary the other day and we got baggers, and they be I felt so bad.
Oh, they wanted a tip.
Yes. Is that the worst? Because I be like, normally we have cash on us, and then Shiloh left her wallet. Like, because we take from the kids. Right.
Right.
That's normal parents.
Yeah.
Open your piggy bank, give me your money. Like,
exactly.
We're giving it to somebody else. Using it to pay for food that you're gonna eat. We're stealing that money. Yeah, birthdays. No, that's our money.
From your children.
Oh, that's ours. We're raising you. Like, who's gonna take care of that? That $20 for your birthday?
Money in a trust until they get about 18, so they don't
$20 for your birthday. How far is that gonna go? Your lunch is $3 a day.
That's true.
Give me that.
Yeah.
That's mine.
They not on reduced lunch. They paying full lunch at school.
What?
No
I
reduced.
ain't never seen reduced.
Never.
I got 17 kids.
I'm
never
not
seen
lying.
reduced.
And
You
then
got to
somebody
be
walk up,
making
"Don't you hate that
$20.
when you was in school.
I
Somebody
be
want to
so-
ask you for your juice. Nigga, I paid $3 for this. Dog. I'm not giving you Nathan. This is a $3 juice right here.
And then my kids privileged. Man, they had chicken sandwich. We don't want that. They had school people. Mom, can we make our lunch? I'm like, if you don't, them chicken sandwich was the best thing.
Exactly.
When I was in school.
The audacity.
Okay, listen.
Dog.
First of all.
Pizza day.
Yeah.
You never ate the pizza.
Okay, no. First of all, I didn't eat a lot of school lunch.
Yeah.
But them chicken sandwich.
Yo.
They were blessed.
Yeah.
They had the Holy Ghost. I was in there to win it. I wasn't doing all that other stuff. I ain't doing all that stuff with the mayonnaise and mustard. But I ain't doing none of that.
The things when we was in school that I ate, I lied to you not. Them chicken nuggets was on point.
Chicken nuggets was bomb.
That steak and cheese was on point.
Okay, so I didn't like it. It looked steak and beef. I didn't feel it.
Listen, it was hard times, bruh.
I ain't
and
fooled
that
that.
grilled cheese sandwich with the tomato soup.
I wasn't a cheese eater back in the day. I'm liking cheese now, but I didn't like cheese back in the day. I didn't like how I didn't like really anything dairy. Like I still can't do yogurt and I don't do none of, like white stuff. No shade against, I like white people.
Right.
But I don't like the things of white. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't want
Bruh,
anything
what are you
white
talking
near
about,
me.
bro? Like,
other than the people.
Right, okay.
I like them.
Okay, so you're discriminating
love
against
thy
the
neighbor
color.
as thyself.
I mean, some things, sour cream, you don't eat that?
Oh, I do. Okay, wait a
Yes.
minute. Maybe
Like, I mean,
okay.
come on, what's it called? Daisies? Something like that?
Oh yeah. Okay, so maybe start calling off stuff white. Maybe I do.
Is it Daisy?
It's Daisy.
Daisies, yeah.
Okay, so I do eat that. So think of something else
Man,
white. Let me see if I eat it.
it.
No, not mayonnaise.
I can't stand marshmallows.
It gets like I only could do
Dude,
like
it's
one or
just
two. Like afterwards, it makes my stomach hurt.
It's like
I can't do
marshmallows
it.
is like maybe the nastiest thing.
Eggs. I do only boiled eggs. I can't
Egg
do
whites. I love egg whites though.
Okay, I like that too.
But you can't eat too much of it.
I don't like. I only could do hard boiled eggs. Anyway, it's like I can't. I can't. That's been the thing since I was little. I can't be in the kitchen when somebody's scrambling eggs. The smell.
Yeah, you don't like eggs.
But the smell alone, like I don't know what it is. Like it'd be like
why you don't like eggs.
It's. I can do hard boiled. I can't do like scrambled. The smell of them makes
I
me
love
sick.
scrambled eggs. If I give me, you get now the cholesterol is in the steak.
I know.
I'm a little high. Had to cut it down to a little egg beater or egg whites.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah,
go ahead.
gotcha. Yes, I mean, well, I do those. So, but everything else, I don't know. I'm not really out here with the whites.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, but other than we said the people. So, I mean, those they're cool.
We love everybody.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
And
Man, so what we talking about today?
I'm still. I don't know if that's not truth. I don't love everybody yet. I'm learning to love everybody though.
That's true.
Yeah, because I don't
Love the people that God loves.
But he loves everybody.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. So we're gradually moving to that. Because sometimes people make you want to hurt them.
Yes.
And sometimes
I don't know if I really loved you until now. Because I didn't really like you when we were growing up.
at
I
first.
didn't like you.
And
God
look, it's
just-
a safe space. We can
It
get it out
is.
there. It
I
is.
love this. I
Yes,
love that we
yes.
can now talk about
Man
it.
used to be
Yes, he's our intermediator.
He was the
Just like
bridge.
yes, he was the
He was
bridge.
the
over
bridge.
troubled water.
It was you, then the bridge, then me.
Yes.
Yeah.
We really didn't like each other like that.
But we
both had
loved
each other.
We loved man though.
We
loved
did.
each other.
We had a common yes.
And when we say man, that's our middle brother, y'all.
Yeah,
That's our
yeah,
middle
yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. He
I mean,
always
so here
behind
was
the
the
scenes.
thing. I don't think we liked each other, but we would anything was going on. Like we down
Oh, we down. We fighting together.
Oh yeah, we fight.
We all gonna fight together.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Bet nobody touch you.
Yeah, it's never
but
that.
don't you touch me either.
Remember that time in the snow?
We could talk about it. Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this, y'all.
I don't know
And
if
then
we
we're gonna
talked
get
about
into
it
the
before,
topic
but yeah.
today. So one time, right, I was joning on this dude, right?
So for the people that don't know what joning is, because that
I was
seems
talking
like-
about this guy, right?
Okay, good.
And I'm a jokester. I've always been a jokester. And we was talking. Everybody was going back and forth.
This was back when that was a
we
thing.
was young. We was young.
Like your mama.
And
Remember the
you
show
know
Your
how
Mama?
you talk to somebody, talk about somebody, but you hit that one thing that everybody be like,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
So I did one of those type moves. I'm thinking everything.
We all fun.
We all having fun outside in the snow. I turned my back. He wanted to swing on me.
Hit you with the okie doke.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't fight me straight up. Of course.
Right, try to sneak you.
He tried to sneak me.
Yeah,
And I didn't know what was going on.
I know, yeah.
I just wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready.
But
But
thank God I had my sister that was watching.
There was a ram in the bush.
and she beat him up.
I did. I saw him.
Yeah.
And I ran up.
She just beat him up.
I ran up.
Like real life, nobody helped. Everybody was just still sitting there watching.
Nobody. I think everybody was
like,
shocked.
Wow.
Because they've never seen me probably act like that. And they were like, she's wilding out.
She like 10-pieced them like real good.
And then the thing is, that's how you know people got crazy in them. I did not know what happened.
Yeah.
I looked up and all I saw was people pulling me away. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
But I mean, all I saw was you know, face down in the snow.
I wasn't no face down.
Okay.
He knocked me down, but it wasn't no face down.
It was snowing. Your face was in the snow.
I ain't been down since 97, so don't play. Don't play. I ain't been down since 97 now. Shoot, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to tell the truth in this
oh
podcast
my God.
today.
Again, my version, your version. Face down in the snow. There was snow. There was a face. It was in it.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm like, oh no.
Hey, y'all.
My brother's in something white. Let me get him.
Don't listen to that. And
so,
believe me.
Again.
He snuck up behind me.
Right? But that part was true. You're not lying about that. There was a sneak attack. I mean, if he tried to do it, you know, face to face, I mean, you could have lost or won.
I wouldn't have lost.
Oh.
I promise you.
The confidence.
I wouldn't have. Okay. I would have bit him, scratched him, salt, dust.
Okay. Oh, Tyson.
I don't fight fair.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you know.
You got to get out how you got to get out.
Yeah. Like I said, I ain't been down since 97. I'm going to stick with that right there. It's like,
oh,
all right,
Lord.
but yeah,
yo,
man.
this is hilarious.
Yeah.
So okay, but how was your week?
It was good.
Okay, good.
Yes.
My week was good too.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right on in. Then,
all right, cool.
We could be here all day, and I'm like, now I'm not gonna have a voice because I'm like laughing. I mean, you know, now.
But no, today is a good topic though.
It is.
It's a really good topic.
Yeah.
It's not a funny topic, but it's a great topic though.
Yeah, it's not funny. So but it's really reflective, right? So we're always talking about that
topic,
and so it's about, you know, you're thinking about like yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking about like things that you like fear or doubt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I guess I'll ask it since, you know, again, we just coming straight up. You know, you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you trust yourself in like a space with all single women? Would you trust yourself in a space like that?
No, I do not.
And is it because that you know that you will falter, or is it that what would be the reason why? Because
I know that talking long, sooner or later you'll talk wrong.
Oh yeah.
Hanging long, with people, you'll hang wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody that's not married.
Right.
Because the concepts that we're not on the same wavelength.
Right.
I gotta go to this place. You're going that way.
Right.
I'm accountable to somebody.
Yep.
You're not.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah.
And then how does that look also?
Right.
You know, I'm always hanging around single
Right.
people. Like I'm
Right.
always in single people's face. Like, do you have a wife? Like,
Right.
I mean, do you respect your
Right.
wife? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That comes to play.
Yeah.
And then it's also your internal, like, I'm
Yep.
still a man at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And another thing is, and that's not just to say, oh, you just a man. No.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
Opposite
Attract.
sex.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Attract.
Yeah.
So
that's just the nature of it.
and
I mean,
then come
and
on,
even if you're saying like
I ain't ugly.
Right.
So I mean,
in the eye of the beholder.
Shut your
I'm just
mouth.
saying. I don't think so. But I'm just saying.
I know I'm not.
Oh,
like I said, I ain't been down since '97.
And '97 was a rough year.
It was a rough year.
Yo, you had bumps and
it was
teeth
a lot,
were
bro.
out here.
It was a lot going on. I was
Peanut
still
butter.
evolving. I was still evolving.
Like you got to do that glow up challenge. Like literally, like from where you were, like when you
now,
started.
I can go back to last year when I looked like a Happy Meal. Go to there. This year, season 2, whole snack out here. Like, no,
okay.
I'm just playing.
Snack.
For my wife.
And you need to like not say words like snack. You're getting away from those terms.
But I don't eat the snacks.
Okay.
I don't eat them anymore. Well, I do sometimes.
Oh, I'm glad that we're being honest.
This is an honest space today.
I mean, be honest then.
We got to be honest. And see, and that's what this is about tonight.
Okay,
today is about honesty.
I like
Everything is about honesty today.
Yep.
If you can't be honest, even with the people you're around,
right?
Then what do you, especially with yourself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's first.
If you can't be honest with you, something wrong.
Yeah.
And I found out though. I really have found out a lot of people are not honest with themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They think they can handle things that they really can't handle.
And well, also too, it's just it's when you're honest, you have to face the reality that you're weaker, right? And people don't want to
Weaker than you want to
Oh
say.
yeah. Then you portray,
Yeah.
right. So and nobody wants to seem feeble-minded, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to seem like they're not strong.
Yeah.
No one wants to seem that that they have work to do, right? Because work is hard. Like
Prime example.
yeah,
John Mark.
okay,
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so we go to this story. Paul and Barnabas, why they separated ways.
Yep,
Because remember, it was Barnabas and Paul before there was Paul and Silas.
yep, right,
Barnabas and Paul got into some trouble. Mark was there, and Mark was like, I'm leaving.
right,
I'm getting up out of here.
right,
Paul gets mad
uh-huh,
because he wanted to keep going.
right,
But John Mark is Barnabas' nephew.
yeah,
And because Paul didn't want to take Mark with him no more, Barnabas and Paul never got it together.
Yeah, so I mean, it's about like so the question about self-doubt and do we really trust ourselves and all this is kind of where we're flowing into today because there was a story that we'll bring up, but it's really good that it ties into like our everyday life about our own struggles.
Man.
With, do we really? Like? Are we really as confident as we say we are, right? Or do we really just put on this facade and we want people to feel that we are, but all the time, while you're giving that presentation, your heart beating like Michael Jackson kickstands.
When
you
asking that lady out, your heart like beating.
Right.
I mean, I think you are.
Right.
You're like, what are you trying to say?
Right.
Let me just get your Instagram or something. Dang, man. And so many people now cannot have really face-to-face conversations because of their insecurities.
Yeah.
Dating has went down, and I'm just hearing it from people.
Right.
From we used to go up to you, hey, you to what's your IG?
Right.
It ain't even. I'm not talking to you no more in your face. I want to talk to you through a DM now.
Right.
And that's like, huh?
Yeah. I think also too that's a easier way than to go direct and be like, can I get your number? Because you're
scared of rejection.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because people would be like, no, you're not. Because your phone number is almost something that's personal to you. You like me. You can connect. You can contact me anytime. People crazy. Like you can see where I'm located.
Give them a WhatsApp
right.
number.
Like no. Or you better get a Google number. Something else. But given like a DM doesn't feel, it feels like, or your IG, it feels like, okay, I'm interested, but I'm trying to create space too. Like, you ain't getting that close yet. I don't know you. You crazy.
And most people want to see your IG because they want to see what you're about before they really know what you're about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
it's like a good little resume.
They
social resume
like,
at least.
Oh, well, what's your IG? I want to just, I wanted to see it. Because you want to see, are they partiers? Do they drink?
Right.
What they do? They got a lot of people on their line.
Right,
like, what is this?
Right.
So you want to kind of get to know a person before you really get to know that person.
Right, and see if you got same friends so you can squeeze into the friends, get connected butts.
But it's all about being, like you said, truthful and being honest.
Yeah.
Some people are really scared of rejection, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know I used to be scared of rejection. I ain't gonna lie. I did.
But you said you was, you was good. You was cute. Like,
but I still used to be scared of rejection.
Oh.
Jeez, just because you're nice looking don't mean you don't get scared of rejection.
Okay.
Sometimes people say no. I mean, jeez. But I mean, hey. But then it just got to a point where
you just got some confidence.
Like, look, no, because I used to hang around a lot of old heads.
Oh,
so old heads like older guys.
Yeah.
And this guy told me some real wisdom, street wisdom.
Okay, go ahead. What
one Bible wisdom, but street wisdom.
Okay, we like the book of the street.
You holler at 10 bad chicks and you get one number, you got one bad chick. I said,
if you think about it.
If I holler at 10 bad chicks and I get one, I'm still up one.
You know what? That man he should run for president.
He should. He should write a book.
Out here.
I
mean, literally, street knowledge.
Street
Maybe
knowledge.
Call it that.
Street wisdom knowledge.
Okay. So 10, I holler at 1, I get 1.
I'm 10% with it, but I still up 10%.
Up 10%. So the thing is, you still got to go to school though, because if you wouldn't known it was 10% unless you would have known the mathematics.
Exactly.
Got it.
But what he was trying to tell me is that don't be scared. Be honest.
That's what it came down to.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Honest.
And he couldn't have just said, "Don't be scared, bruh." He
No,
had
but
to
he had
say
to put
if
it
you
in a
had
term that I had to
a parable.
understand. It was like Jesus did.
Got
Parables.
it.
These are
Got
parables.
it.
You get
We
what I'm
love
saying?
parables.
And this is what I'm saying. So today,
Yeah. So today
we're gonna be honest.
We're going in. So what was interesting is this story is about, and most people know this is about the man with the legion.
So we're going from Mark 5.
Yep, Mark
18
5.
through
Yep.
19.
Right.
Okay.
So, and then again, we got 27 versions out here. So I read all of them. So pick which one you want to do, because they all said the same
The
thing.
NSV, the NTV. Yeah, go ahead.
So, so Message and NLT kind of breaks it down and makes it, in more language that we talk about. And this is in the house.
Right.
But essentially, from like starting in the first part of the scripture, verse 1, all the way down till we get to the 18-19, which has been like the verses that we're going to actually pause for today, is that there was this man. If you don't know, I'm going to take you down to a Bible story. There's a man. He's in a cave. He has a legion of demons that have been possessing him for days and months and
Maybe
years.
even years.
And so the Bible specifically talks about it was day and night, that this man is now in a cave being possessed by demons. And it was to the point where the townspeople had to chain him, right? Because he was throwing himself places, he was cutting himself, he was gnashing himself with rocks. So he was in a state that he wasn't mentally here. No. Right?
He had mental health issues. Yeah.
For sure, because he was being possessed by something that wasn't of God.
That wasn't of God.
So
many things.
If you get down, we'll get into it.
And the Bible
so
even
crazy.
says too, to piggyback on what you said, that he used to live in the tombs.
Yeah, that's where he stayed.
That's
his house,
in the tomb.
His domain.
His domain was in the grave.
Yep. So what's so crazy is that, so again, he's in these tombs. He's been there day and night and day, cutting himself. He's possessed with many demons. And Jesus was just so happened to come by. So there's a ship of water. There's water. Jesus is on the ship. Jesus gets off the ship. And the man with the legion sees Jesus, because at this point, Jesus is out here in his 33, doing his miracles. And so he sees the man. He actually walks up on the shore, and the man sees him first. Yes. And the man runs to him, bows down, and says, have you come to, of course, to torment us before time? Yes. And so again, we know from this point that this is not the man speaking. These are actually the demons within the man that are speaking out to Jesus, who is spirit against spirit, right? So point right there, sometimes for freedom, it has to be spirit against spirit. You can't just be out here trying to fight things in your flesh, because it ain't going to work. Some things you got to be prayed up. You got to be fasted up, because like some things are not coming out unless we are.
How often do we see that sometimes your insecurity speaks before you do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Before you open up your mouth.
Yep. It shows itself before.
How much do we know that our anger speaks before we do?
Yep.
Our disappointment.
Yep. Our mistrust.
Yeah.
How does it evolve itself?
Yeah. Mind you, he didn't open his mouth. To say nothing of himself. Right. But it spoke first.
Right.
So Jesus already knew, okay, I'm dealing with something different.
Yep.
Because this ain't you talking.
Yep.
Because it said, you come to torment us.
Yep. Before time.
So they included all of them in this. Like, okay, wait a minute.
But and that's the thing. Like, this is how our insecurities manifest themselves a lot, right? So if you know that you're smart, that you're intelligent, know that what God has put in your life, but because of fear, right? Just like Moses and Aaron, God, I know what you're trying to tell me, but I can't even speak. Like so you already try to use your fight or flight and move yourself from the situation before you even give yourself a chance, right? And so it's the same thing in our real lives, is that we try to make sure that we don't connect to the actual potential that we really have, because we're too scared. Like, hey, can you do this for me? Nah. Because, I don't like people. I don't like being in front of people. Yeah. Like, but in any small group, you the biggest talker. But, okay, listen, you take all that and you go up there and do all that talking, right? So, and again, we get it, but go ahead. What were you about to say?
And you're right about that, because it was so crazy that, like, people do that stuff all the time. Like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship, but I don't want to be in one.
Right.
That's confusing.
I ain't trying to be married. Because marriage is just paper. I ain't trying to do.
I don't want to be too close.
Right.
Wait a minute. That's a partnership.
Yep. And so, but that's to your point, is that it begs the other questions or the underlying questions. Like, what is it that you're not
really
trying to commit to? Or do you have commitment issues, right? Do you have deep-seated things? Are you really not ready to be a man of one wife, right? A woman of one husband? Are you really not? Are you still ready to still be in these streets?
Man.
And if that's the case, then just say that opposed to, nah, y'all do that marriage thing. Don't buck up against it when you feel like you can't do it.
You can't do it. Exactly.
It's working for others out here in these
Exactly.
streets.
I mean, and the thing is, even with going back to the man, he's possessed.
Yeah.
He's in the tombs.
Yep.
He's has a people around him knows who he is.
Oh yeah.
They've seen him.
Yes.
They know him as crazy old Joe, maybe.
Yep.
As we gonna call him.
Yep.
So they're comfortable with him being in that state.
Oh yeah.
He sees Jesus.
Yep.
And as soon as Jesus' foot hit the ground, he's running.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mind you, you hear what they said? He's running.
Yep.
The demons ain't got nothing to do with him running to Jesus.
Yep.
And I'm looking at it like, when you really want to be delivered, you'll run to him.
Yes.
When you really want to be set free from the things you've been going through all your life, you'll run to him.
You'll run.
And it don't matter what's going on in here.
Yes.
I see deliverance.
Yep.
And I'm running to it.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see my breakthrough.
Yeah.
I see my opportunity.
Yeah,
and I may not get another one.
Yep.
Because he may not come past this coast ever again.
Yep.
But while I have a chance,
I'm running to it.
I'm running to him.
Yeah. So he's there. So of course, he speaks, have you come to torment us before time? The demons are speaking to Jesus. And of course, Jesus is just in his all and his power and might. Like, shut up. Like, stop. Don't talk to me, because what you're doing to my creation at this point, you have no authority.
Yeah.
So Jesus is now mad.
Mad.
Because at this point, listen, I've given you free course on the earth, but you have now taken advantage now of the thing that I have created.
You took a person to the tomb.
Exactly. Like, this is not where I have created him to be, right? This is not like he has so we'll find out that he has a family and all this. So from that, Jesus then does what Jesus does. He curses the spirits and puts them into the swines. So, but here's the kicker. Like, if you ever read this again, like in different versions, it talks about the amount of swine. They said it was 2,000.
Jeez.
He calls 2,000 swine to be drowned. Do you know what that means to have somebody, to have a legion of demons, to have 2,000 swine commit suicide by drowning? What can you imagine what he had to be battling? Because again, there had to be some type of his will still there, because he wasn't dead, right? So there had to be something else going on, because the way these demons were already manipulating him, and for him to not be dead, one, you already know that it was to the glory of God. This story had to happen because Jesus is all powerful. Like, and he had to show another sense and way of his power and his presence. But still, to have it that we can have this much in us, right? So when we were talking about stuff that's inside, that's deep rooted, 2,000 demons, 2,000.
And people don't understand this, like, and it's so crazy. It let him go to a point of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
But wouldn't kill him.
Right.
Because he was good for business.
Yeah.
Meaning what? What does that mean? They needed his body. So I'll take you to delusion.
Right.
But I won't take you to death. I'll let you go as far as cutting yourself. I'll let you go as far as plucking off the bands. I'll let you go as far as nobody wants to pass by you. Nobody wants to be close to you. I'll go as far as taking you away from your families, the ones that love you. But I won't kill you. Because I still need you. And that's how the things are in our lives. It will take us to this place, to that place, and to do this and to do that. But it won't take us out. Because it's still doing business. And the thing is what I'm understanding is you need God in that place. You need God when you don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
And he saw out of nowhere the God of the universe stepped in his region. And the man said, I can't deal like
Right.
this. He had a glimpse
Yep.
of sanity
Yeah.
to get to Jesus
Yep.
for 1 second.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes
Yeah.
for you to change
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
He runs to Jesus and falls. And the Bible said he worshiped.
Yeah.
And he worshiped. And the demon said, do you torment us before time?
Yeah.
Now they're getting scared because
Right.
he's in a posture of getting something from the king.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And you already know if you're in his presence,
You're not
nothing
gonna stay
else.
the same.
Yeah. Nothing else. Yeah.
Let me
Yep.
say this to y'all.
Yep.
When you get in the genuine presence of Jesus
Yep.
Christ, you will never be the same again.
And anything that torments you will not.
And it
will have a
cannot
home.
stand.
Yeah. There's no more home.
Because there is no greater power
Yeah.
than Jesus.
Yep.
There is no other power
Yeah.
like Jesus.
Amen.
There is medicine.
Yeah.
There are doctors. There is nothing
Yeah.
like Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And if you were to be honest, you need an encounter with him.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I mean, that's a really, really good point. And so to keep going with the story, so of course now the demons are in the pigs and the swine. They're drowned. And this man is now sane. So
Yeah.
the Bible said that he's sitting upright.
Clothed
He's clothed
and
in his right mind. Now in his right mind.
Whew.
And so what's so crazy about this story is that people, which is why the Lord is really sometimes the only thing you need in your life, is that people love it when you're in a defeated state.
What?
So the Bible also declares that the people got mad at Jesus for casting the demons into the swine because now you have killed the animals.
Yeah.
I have a man that I now have saved, right? It just back to the Pharisees, like, you want to heal them on the Sabbath? What?
It was a man with a withered hand.
Listen.
He hand withered, crooked out. And the Jesus calls the hand back. And all you looked at, it was done on a day you ain't wanted to be done on.
See? So that's
you weren't mad at me when I was walking around like this, couldn't even pick up a cup or nothing like that.
Yep.
But you worrying about the Sabbath?
Yep. So that's like the mindset of people is wild that we're not happy for the deliverance, right?
That's the miracle.
It's like you say, it's good for business when you're always underneath me.
Yeah.
Right? This crab mentality.
When the security works for me.
Right.
The insecurity works for me.
Oh, yeah.
When the doubt works for me.
Yeah.
When the low self-esteem works for me.
Because in that space, I still have control.
That's it.
I control, right? Whatever I say you do, however I say you feel,
the fear works.
Yeah, it works.
Because the Bible says fear is what? Torment.
Mm-hmm.
So what people look at is if I can control you.
Yep.
Some people, and even with the spirits, they always come not to be your friend.
Yeah.
They come to control.
Yeah. That's why people always have with people with confidence.
Yeah.
They're always a threat to people.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Coming into them, who does she think she is?
Yeah.
Why she smiling like that? I can't smile. Like, what is up? Like, I can't show teeth out here.
It's my energy that bothers me.
Yeah. It's
my
that I know who I am.
Because remember,
right.
Jesus didn't look for him, but he looked for Jesus.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to what Carpenter said. He said, when Jesus has to come to you, he'll give you a blessing. But when you go to Jesus, he'll give you a miracle.
A miracle. So yeah,
these are God Almighty.
And that's what we're saying. It's like, don't be threatened by my confidence.
Yeah.
I'm literally just standing in what he's already told me that I am. And you can have the same thing, though.
Exactly.
Like we're not out here trying to compete, sis. I want it for you just like I would hope you would want it for me.
Jesus wanted him to be as delivered as he wanted to be delivered.
Yes. Yeah.
The God of the universe wants you to be whole just like you want to be whole.
Yes.
He might even want it more for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, he created you.
Because he created you.
Yeah, he knows exactly what you
can
can
in his
have.
kingdom is not whole.
Exactly. Yep.
So what Jesus was saying, as it is in heaven,
yes,
it's going to be right here on this earth.
Yes,
and I'm going to start with the man with the legion.
Yes.
Woo!
So, yeah. So, again, Swine is drowned.
Yeah.
Right? Man is in worship.
Come on.
Now he's in his right mind.
My God.
Sane. He understands now that he has had an encounter with Jesus Christ, and he has a miracle.
Yeah.
That he's now the man that he once was, right? What God has put him in place, just like going back and forth from Adam, putting him in right stance.
Put him back in dominion places. In dominion, yeah.
And so the Bible also talks about that now at this point, the men of the town are upset with Jesus. And that causes Jesus to go back to the boat because, again, they're not seeing the deliverance. They're seeing that the swines are now
You seen all this product go out in the water.
Right.
It's product.
Right, yeah. This is our money.
The money.
Right. This is our money. So now you done just killed my money. So, and for this man, you know
that
what
I don't think nothing of.
Right. So again, not valuing life, valuing the dollar. Right.
How many see that now in this life?
Oh yeah.
In this life, people will value the dollar.
Oh yeah, over your
more
life.
Than they value
Listen,
your life
people
of a
are out
person.
here getting killed for $2.
Come on.
Like for a car,
for
it's
shoes.
crazy. It's crazy.
For a girl, for a guy,
yes,
for a conversation.
For stuff you can't even take away when you leave.
Come on. People, you got so many people that's in the grave right now from a conversation that went left.
Yep.
When really, is it worth all that?
Yeah, like the priorities are not right.
It's not right.
Yeah.
So people will do these things and they don't value what God values.
Exactly.
And that's what God was coming to show us. Value the man over the product.
Yeah. Exactly.
Value the man or the woman.
Yeah.
Your brother, your sister over the product.
Right.
And
because that's what God did.
That's what he did.
If you remember in Genesis, we talked about that, is that, God gave the beast. He gave 2 by 2, and then he still looked at Adam and was like, that's not enough for you.
That ain't enough.
I got to give you a helpmate. I got to give you somebody in the form of yourself from your rib, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about that before too. So that's why that the value is there, because he breathed life into man.
Into that man.
Yes.
His life force was still in that man, even though he was not.
And possessed.
And even though he was possessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
God still saw him.
Yeah.
In him.
Yeah.
Why? Because you were made in God's image
and
his likeness.
Yep. And there was more.
There was more.
Yeah, this is not the last state of you.
No.
Yeah, this will not be the last state of you.
Really? This new way of you, when you get to know Jesus, it's going to be the new beginning for you.
Oh, yeah.
The old person, they won't even recognize.
Right.
Because you will be so full of God.
Yes.
That you will have this path of in your, look, as he said, clothed.
Yeah.
And in his right mind.
So what I found interesting in this story is that, outside of the miracle, Jesus, because the people were upset that Jesus, healed the man and drowned the swine, that they not necessarily caused, but Jesus was like, all right, I ain't fooling with y'all. So he gets into his boat to get ready to go back and leave. The demon-possessed man runs to Jesus and says, don't leave me. Like, essentially begged him. The Bible in different versions says he begged him to go with him. And so what I found interesting, and so further on in that, is that Jesus told him, no, go back to your family, right? And tell them of the good things that I've done. So Jesus is always looking for a witness, one, but also two, what I saw in that was that because of the state the man was in for so long, he wanted to stay near deliverance, right? Because do you really trust yourself when you're not in the presence anymore, right? So remember, he's been in this way months, years. He has a family, but his family has not seen him, right? The Bible doesn't talk about that. His family comes to the tomb with him. And you can imagine, even if they did, what parent will want their child to, see their father or somebody like this in this way? Yeah. This is not a place where we will want children, especially when you're possessed.
Listen, the man told Jesus, I want to go with you.
Yeah.
Because it was trauma where I am.
Yeah.
If I stay here, I will be reminded of the tomb.
Yeah.
Of the change.
Yeah.
Of the people that didn't know me, that didn't want me.
Yeah.
Of everything that made me crazy.
Yeah. So it to that point is like, and this is why I was asking the question about the in the beginning. Do you trust yourself? Because again, that's so
that
this
was the environment that made me
right.
Gave me so much trauma and hurt.
Right. So meaning that if you're telling me to go to a family that I haven't seen, that I haven't known, and the only thing I've known is a tomb. I haven't even known a warm house, a warm bed.
I slept outside.
I haven't known these things, and you're telling me to go home because you're now delivered. Do I trust myself enough to not end up back in these tombs?
I will say this.
Because essentially, we never knew how we got there from the beginning, right?
I will say this, and I'll be honest with you. There has been times in my life that there were certain streets I didn't even want to go back down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Because I know where I went in my time of just uncertainty.
Yeah, yeah.
There were certain things that I saw on TV that I won't even turn back on.
Yep.
Because when I watched it, I was in a really bad state.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And it reminded me of the trauma that I came out of.
Yeah. Yeah. And
the house, some people can't even go into.
Right.
The room in your parents' house, they can't because maybe you got raped in that house.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what happened. Maybe you got beat to unrecognition.
Yeah.
Maybe the alcoholic of your father or your mother was in there and you just can't go back there.
Yeah.
But you've been delivered.
Right.
But you just don't want to revisit that again.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I find interesting in this scripture is that as much as the man, because again, remember the man ran to Jesus for a miracle. Jesus granted him the miracle, and the man is still asking that I want to stay with you.
I got to stay with you.
I got to stay with you because with you, I'm free and I'm free indeed. But the God of the universe, Jesus in human flesh, looks at him and says, I know the deliverer I am, right? That what I have done for you this day, you won't come back. You won't go back the same. And that's what I feel like he's trying to tell us is that be settled in the deliverance.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Don't fear going back.
Oh, they're looking at you.
Right.
Or they're this. Don't fear.
Don't fear going back. Because again, he at this point says, you can't go with me.
No.
You can't go with me because I have another plan for your life.
That's it.
You have to go and tell your family.
That's it.
Right? You have to go and tell the people, it said, of 10 town. Like, you have to go and tell them about me. Because, again, at this point, I'm on the earth doing the same thing that I said that I was creating men to do, which is be witnesses of the Father. And if I am doing it and I'm causing you to be a witness, I also have to make sure that you are a witness and becoming a fisher of men. Not just the disciples were fishers of men, but those that he healed have now become fishers of men.
Yes, because remember, the man that was blind Bartimaeus.
Yes.
Remember, the Pharisees and scribes went to him.
Yes.
They said, what did he do for you? He said,
Right.
well, I can tell you, I was blind.
Yes.
But now I see.
Now I see. So
I don't know.
Yes.
But
yes.
I'm healed.
Listen, and healed indeed.
And then look, after Jesus left, there was another witness.
Yes. Yes.
Peter and John went to the gate called Beautiful. And Peter and John said, silver and gold have I none.
But such
as I do have, I'm going to give unto you that's laying here. In your affliction, get up in the name of Jesus, get up and walk. And the man picked up his mat and he was walking. And people said they saw this man walking that used to be lying, asking for money. So your latter state ain't going to be like your former state.
And that's what this scripture is telling me is that Jesus is so confident in his delivering power that he's trying to give you that same power to say, I know it's still going to be rough. I know that I'm not going to be physically with you always.
My God.
But the spirit that I've given you now, that you now possess, will take you and lead you and make you a witness that you won't even think about the sin again.
Listen, most people that came in contact with Jesus is living off the testimony of their encounter.
Yes. Ooh.
How did I meet him?
Right.
Some people say I was busted and disgusted.
Listen,
I was on drugs. I was a prostitute. But I came in contact one day with somebody that was greater than me.
Yes.
And he changed my life.
Sustained
me. And some people are doing it for 50 years,
yes.
60 years, 41 years, 50 years. And God is still blessing them. Why? Because they held on to the encounter.
Yeah.
And that's what the Lord is saying.
Yeah.
hold on to your deliverance.
Yes.
Hold on to the encounter you had today.
Yep.
And go back home, because remember, they not going to know
Yeah.
what hit them when they see you.
Yeah.
And it's going to spark them to understand, like, who delivered you?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question people will ask.
Yeah.
What delivered you?
Exactly. And don't be afraid, right? Because again, like you said, these people knew him in one state.
Yeah.
Don't let the opinions of men downgrade the deliverance of God.
Come on
right?
now.
I am free, and I am free indeed.
Man,
I don't care where you think you saw me.
Yeah.
I'm not that person anymore.
Nope.
And so you can go with you and your thoughts and go on somewhere. Because the way I'm going now and what the Lord has done for me, I got to tell somebody about it. And he has now commissioned me, right, to tell somebody about it, because if not, he wouldn't have saved me.
That's it.
He wouldn't have healed me. He wouldn't have transformed my life for me to be quiet.
Seen me clothed,
Yeah,
and in my
right
right mind.
Uh-huh.
And as he said it, it wasn't just his words that spoke,
Right.
but it was his appearance that spoke too.
Yes.
He was clothed,
Yes.
and in his right mind.
So you're saying that when you're delivered, he changes your walk.
He changes your walk.
He changes your
He changes
talk.
your look.
He changes your look.
He changes your conversation.
So he started to see you and him.
That's it.
Yee.
So when he went home, he actually had a conversation that he couldn't have when he was in the tomb.
Right.
That he didn't have when he was plucking the chains off of his arms and hands.
But that was another miracle, is that Jesus told him to go back because people needed to see that there is deliverance. Well, how would I know? I mean, I haven't talked to you, I haven't seen you, I haven't. So, let's do the thing that makes us have the relationship that makes you know that it's real. Let me speak to you.
What did the Bible say? Oh, taste and see.
So now I'm showing you, because nobody with a crazy mind can have a real conversation. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be in their sane mind. So, it needed to be something that led them outside of his appearance. What else? Okay, well, anybody could put on, regular clothes and stuff now. Oh, no, but there's been a change of mindset too.
Yes.
So no longer do I just look the part, but I think the part. I act the part. I know what he's done now.
My God.
Right? And those are the things that you can't try to put on.
No.
Those, you
Oh,
can't
right now,
go
you
from,
can't do today
you
and not
can't-
have tomorrow.
Right. You
No.
can't go from scratching yourself to being in your right mind and talking and
Yeah,
having
yeah. No.
and being sane.
Yeah.
Right?
People can dress up, and that's what we've been seeing in the church world.
Exactly.
They'll dress up your outward appearance, but your mind's still messed up.
Yeah.
But what Jesus is saying, I want to get here first,
Yes,
and
in
all
your
of this
heart.
will come together.
Yep.
Because once I got this together,
Yep.
and once I disposed of the enemy,
Yes.
now you will know to put on clothes
Yeah.
and be in your right mind.
And what this story also tells me is that the man didn't fear the deliverance.
No.
He wanted it.
He wanted the
So
deliverance.
for those who, that may be going back and forth, because again, I know that sometimes we're ruled by people's thoughts. We're ruled by people's opinions. That if I'm some way, if I'm free, if I don't want to hang out anymore, if I don't want to do these things, that I'm none of you. Like I'm a be alone. These are the other, underlining things that have to be addressed first.
Yeah.
Because we never want you to fear the deliverance.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in a place of a tomb and torment and bondage when you always have the access to be free. In your right mind, clothed, set apart, right? Walking with Jesus, being a witness for him.
Yeah.
If you want to be set apart and you want to be, different, do it in that way.
And that's the thing that I've seen. Jesus didn't only want him to have the confidence, but he wanted him to have the confidence. Believe that I have done something for you today. Believe that you can sustain in this.
And the deliver,
This is what we're doing now as Christians. We're walking in the deliverance that he gave us 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Some people, it was 10 minutes ago. Walk in that for a lifetime. This is what he's saying. You can stay free.
You can. Yes.
You once was bound.
Yes.
But now,
thank God,
I'm free.
I'm free. Now stay in it.
Now stay in it.
And be a witness.
And you don't have to hold on to my coattail to be delivered.
Right.
Some people feel like they got to hold on to their pastor's coattail. They got to hold on to the prayer warrior's coattail. No. You got to know that Jesus did this.
Yes.
And he can sustain this.
Yeah. And sustain you, meaning
And
like you don't have to be connected. We definitely are not saying like do not be connected to a local ministry or to the word or to whatever. But we're saying that all connections sometimes become crutches, right? You have to know that if you're in trouble at 12 o'clock at night, that you're not going to have your pastor or your church or maybe your mother or your father.
Come on.
What will you do when it comes those times when that tomb experience comes knocking back on your door?
Lord have mercy.
How can you now sustain in the night? How can you call on the one who delivered you to say, I remember when, now help me again?
Because he never sleeps.
Exactly.
Nor do he slumber.
Mm-hmm.
That means if I have him right,
Yeah.
when I can't pick up the phone
Yeah.
and call my prayer partner
Yep.
or my mother or my father,
I'm connected to the
I can
source.
still connect to the source.
Yes.
That's the author and the finisher of my what? Faith.
Yep.
And the one that I believe in. So now I can say, Lord,
Yeah.
it's me.
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
And he said, that's where I want you.
Yeah.
To need me.
Yeah.
So I can deliver you.
Yeah.
You came after me.
Yep.
And I gave you a miracle. This is what happens. The man, and that's all he needed. That's why I tell people, words are traps, y'all.
Yeah.
If the Lord would have told him, you stay next to me and you always stay delivered,
Yep.
he would have left that day. But because he told him, go back home,
Talk to
the
your family.
deliverance got in his mind.
Yeah.
And it followed him back home.
Yeah.
The deliverance was the anchor that held him down.
Yeah.
That said, listen, the Lord said, go back home.
Go back home.
The master called and said, go back home. The master is calling you today.
Yes, he is.
The master of the universe is telling you that deliverance wasn't a mistake.
Yes. Don't fear it.
Don't fear it. You can
Trust
walk in it,
yourself.
trust in it,
Yeah.
trust in the God of this universe,
Yeah. Trust in him.
and learn of him,
yeah.
read of him,
Yes.
and communicate with him.
Yeah.
Because that's honesty.
Yeah. And when we say trust yourself, when I say that, I'm saying trust yourself because you know that he's with you.
That's he's with you.
So don't fear the deliverance and trust yourself because you know that he is with you.
He is
And
with you.
he has done it.
He has done it.
And it is settled.
It's woo. It's what? Settled. This is settled. Hey,
Well,
y'all.
I mean, that's it.
There's nothing else to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing else to say.
God is good.
God is good all the time.
All the time.
Remember, like, share,
Share,
follow us.
follow us.
We got all this happening season 2.
Yes. You know, we're on
More
all
good
platforms.
conversations just like this.
Yep.
We're on Instagram,
Yep.
Facebook.
We say it every week.
We are on YouTube,
All the platforms.
all of our platforms, Apple Podcasts.
They should be at the bottom of your screen.
They're going
or
to be
up
at the
here.
bottom of the screen
Yep.
somewhere. Listen, follow us 7 p.m.
Yes.
7 p.m.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Every
Monday
Monday.
night.
Monday nights.
We love
7
it.
p.m. We love y'all. We're praying for y'all.
Yes.
That your deliverance holds.
Yes.
And you stay with the one that gave you the deliverance.
Yes.
Which his name is Jesus, the righteous Son of God.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Preserved by my Redeemer, the Messiah and the leader. Belly full of living water, just in case you need a leader. Reflecting the overseer, protected, cause Lord, I need you. Can't let a day go by without giving the word a try. But what if I fall short and I'm in need of a friend to pick me up and help me start believing again? Continue fleeing from sin. Man, we just fishing for men who throwing salt. The perfect seasoning for the season. You win. You win.
Ain't got time to play around. Put some salt up on the ground. Throwing salt, throwing salt.